What up? Zolo Mansions in the building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got a special episode of Zolo Mansions today. Somebody said I look like a young vampire in that picture. They said Zo with the little white boy eyes is what they said. Y'all jealous as hell. You know you want these eyes. How many of you got them fake green eyes in your, what do they call, contacts? How many of y'all put them contacts on? Tell the truth. Running around look like vampire in Brooklyn. I know you niggas have done it. But I got real ones. Let me just say this. Let me address the eyes. They fly, ain't they? No, listen. Y'all know green eyes and hazel eyes are inherently African, and so are blue eyes. Do your research. Stop giving white people credit for shit they didn't work for. Now, yes, there is a white man, a few white men up in my family tree. There's a few white people in my family tree. Yes, I understand. Don't put Big Mama up. Big Mama was married to a white man, we know. Top Jimmy. Did you know your great-great-grandmother was married to a white man?
I actually did not know that.
Named Top Jimmy. My sons are in the building, man. My youngest, who sits in the middle, Naim. Say what's up, Naim.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hi.
His name ain't Naim Williams.
Oh, sorry.
You might as well claim it, right? Fuck it.
That's funny.
Correct my man's name.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's Naim Muhammad. Nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a Christian. She said, spell Muhammad for me. Oh, hell no.
I don't want to spell it wrong.
This nigga's a Christian, can't spell Muhammad.
I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong.
It's okay. Muhammad is spelled M-U-H-A. Yeah. M-U-H-A-M-M-A-D. Yes.
And then, of course, you guys have been hearing me talk about my oldest son for quite some time. I pretty much put his journey, you know, kind of just on social media, man. I put his journey on social media. Like, as soon as he started blowing up, as soon as he started doing things, you know, I incorporated him. Because, you know, I'm very territorial about my kids. That's why you guys don't, you don't see a lot of my daughter. You know, I'm just very territorial about that. But my oldest son knew, well, his name is Nuriel, right? White people couldn't pronounce or spell it or, anyway. So New, you know, has done a lot, man, and I'm just happy to have him on the show. Everybody, that's New Williams, my oldest son. Say what's up, New.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, New Williams in the building. Follow him. What is that? At New Williams? What is that?
Underscore. At New Williams underscore.
Oh, under New Williams underscore. Where's that? Instagram? Instagram.
And Twitter.
And Twitter and all of that, right?
Yep.
So, before I get into it, you guys already know what we got to do. We got to promote black-owned businesses. Total Package Energy is out there with that pea protein. Your mother makes you eat a lot of vegetarian and...
You want to move that?
Huh?
That disinfectant?
I done sprayed all this down already.
It's right in front of the pea protein.
Oh, yeah, we supposed to move this disinfectant. That should have been moved. I'm sorry. Jesus. What in the world? Thank you, son. Anyway, Total Package Energy, they have pea protein for athletes. My son, you don't really do.
I don't need that. It's okay.
Well, you skinny as hell.
Right.
You need straight hamburgers
Right.
24/7.
Exactly. Yes.
But Nuriel, do you do protein shakes and all that?
Sometimes.
You used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to. At Auburn. That was crazy. You can tell them about your Auburn experience if you want. Pea protein, unflavored, no sugars added, gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, 20 grams. Didn't I give you a pack of this for your mom?
Me? No. You didn't give
I didn't give it to you?
You didn't give it to me.
You said your mother would eat this kind of stuff.
I did say that on the phone, but you never gave it to me.
Oh, well, here.
Oh,
Get it to your mom.
Alright.
So, yeah. Total Package Energy, they got all types of health products. This is what I've been on like crazy during COVID. B12 and vitamin C, nanotechnology. All right, they come in these little bitty packets, right? They say y'all look like me. Do y'all think y'all look like me?
Definitely me.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You
I
do.
mean, you look like him sometimes, but I'm down packed, I'm not gonna lie. And it is what it is.
Well, you look good, nigga.
Yeah, I look good.
What the? Anyway, these little packets, you put them under your tongue. It's nanotechnology, 8 times more absorbent than tablets. Total Package Energy. You gotta go support these companies when I'm putting them in front of you, because that's how they survive. CMOSbusiness.com. Yes, Zoe Williams is in the CMOS business. I think somebody reached out from London talking about they want to purchase some CMOS, where our connect is direct from St. Lucia. They pulling it out the ocean down there. If you know anything about CMOS, please understand, what is it, 92 trace minerals, they say? Good for you. Good for you. Get your CMOS from Zoe. If you want to start your own CMOS business where you could get into retail, you could resell them, boil them down, buy your own jars, package, send them out. You can start your own CMOS business and I can be your supplier. CMOSbusiness.com. Call 1-800-298-8513. Call them right now. Order yours now. And then, see, they already clowning. My people be clowning. They called you the Ghost Panther. Because your head disappearing.
The Ghost Panther.
You got the young lion.
I like that.
And then you got the Ghost Panther.
That's actually really cool. That's interesting.
Lou,
like
do you have your animation? Can you send that to me?
Animation.
You know that animation with the...
Yes.
Send me that, brother. Yeah. CMOSbusiness.com. Go there right now. CMOSbusiness.com. Get there right now. Also, I'm telling y'all right now, stop playing. Let's get the Shrouded Lighthouse popping. Now, somebody explain to me what the slowdown in the did you know that browser is causing for, you know, the link that I have for my book. They're basically saying if you're using Firefox, it's going to take a long time for that the link for my pre-orders to open. But if you're using Safari, it's going to open quick. It's going to open immediately. It's going to pop right open. Use Safari. All right? Please go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. My latest book is coming. It's being edited right now. Here is a promo. Check it out. Did you know that every person you meet has 2 lighthouses? What do you mean, 2 lighthouses? Yes, the scene and... Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I have a new book called The Shrouded Lighthouse, How to Uncover the Silver Lining in Every Situation Shift. I delve deep into the inner work that needs to be done in order to mature spiritually. Now, this book is the follow-up to my 2019 release, The Holographic Relationship. In this book, I will talk about the 2 lighthouses. Go to my website right now to pre-order. The pre-order link is theshroudedlighthouse.com. The first 500 people to do so, you will get an autographed copy. Thank you all for supporting my work. We're about to change the game with this book. I appreciate you guys for always supporting the work that I do. I look forward to getting your feedback on this new book. Thank you. So don't play yourself. Get over there right now. Anybody who orders this book during this broadcast, I will shout you out. I'm going to be looking for the notifications on my phone. You purchased the book, I will shout you out. Okay? Now, X-Wolf. Now, these are young men. These young men. Naim, have you had a little cooter yet?
What? What is?
A little loving, a little young girl sugar pie.
Oh, like.
Yeah. You had sex yet, boy?
Oh no, I haven't.
Okay, good.
Version.
All right, cool. All right. But right now you at your most potent.
Okay.
Tear girl to pieces. If you anything like your father, you destroy this whole world.
Okay.
With that lightsaber of yours, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful with it now.
Yes, sir. I will.
You only got a little bit of time for the power wear off.
Okay. Okay.
Now, when the power start wearing off, that's when X-Wolf comes into play. You've heard of that stuff called eugenics? This is a testosterone builder right here. You ain't got to worry about that right now.
Yeah, I'm all right.
At my age, I'm taking these. Boy, I'm eating these like now and laters, man. Listen. This is good stuff for you. X-Wolf. Play that commercial. You ain't got that commercial?
I think you could talk about it a little bit more, and then I can put it up.
I know, this my baby right here.
No, so
Hey, you a beautiful man. Do you know women, they gonna try to hold you here. So you gonna need a condom.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna try to trap you now.
Okay.
Take your time. Don't. Anyway, X-Wolf, go to xlabsups.com. Tell them Joe Williams sent you. Play that.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsups.com to find out more. Don't be this guy.
That's X-Wolf. Please support. HuriKane Report. H-report.news. Please support HuriKane Report. They are still, building their site. Their site is under construction, but this is an important news resource for ADOS and FBA people here in America, aka African Americans. Please support. Great website with a lot of news articles that I use for myself. I use a lot of their articles on my shows when we do our current event shows. So write it, take action, and maintain freedom. What else do I have to promote? Is there anything else? Did I hit everything? The Relationship Dismount, my 2015 release. Please get your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. All right, that is available in 3 formats on Amazon, Kindle, Audible, as well as paperback. Then my 2019 release, The Holographic Relationship. If you want a physical copy of the book, you go to my website, IamZoWilliams.com. Or you can get the Kindle version on Amazon. Or you can get both books on iBooks. All right, let's get to it. My sons are here today. My oldest child as well as my youngest child. They're both here. Let's start with Naim. So Naim and I, we've had a tough go. We've had a tough road. Naim and I haven't always been together, because, we just, it was drama and Me and his mama didn't see eye to eye all the time, and it was crazy. But Naim is back, and been back for a few years. Is that right?
Yes,
Couple
sir.
years.
Yes.
Naim just turned 19. Ladies, don't come at me about my baby. You understand? He got my eyebrows and everything. My eyebrows ain't even that thick no more. But don't come at my boy. But me and Nye are back in the loop, and I'm so happy and proud that I'm able to reconnect and continue the work that I was doing when he was a baby, when he was younger. And now I'm watching him and watching how he moves. He was on the set of my documentary shoot when we shot last summer down in Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
And he was doing all of the behind the scenes work for us. And my son, he's got a lot of talents. And you know, when you young and you got a lot of talent, sometimes it's hard to focus, on, focusing on one and developing it and making it make you some money, right? So what is it that you're doing now?
Okay. Well, currently I am currently I'm making music, and that's going pretty well right now. I'm getting a little bit of royalties coming in, and I only have 2 songs out right now, and they're doing pretty well. They've got over 12,000 streams worldwide.
But listen, if you listen to this boy's music, you gonna laugh your ass off, and then okay, finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Well, he's right. There's one song.
What's it called?
It's called Meat.
What does it mean?
It's inappropriate. I'm gonna just say that. It's
Your
not.
mama don't even like that
She
record.
does not like it. I don't blame her. It was really just an experiment to see what would happen, and it worked. And it got me a nice little fan base on Spotify. Yeah.
So they can go to Spotify right now and listen to Meat.
Meat. It's my first track ever on.
When I
all
tell you
platforms.
this shit is inappropriate.
Explicit, yes.
What's the hook? Can you say the hook?
Am I allowed to say the hook?
Yeah, you can say the hook how you want to say it. Say the hook.
Alright, well, the hook goes, I'm finna put all my meat in your box. After I'm done, I tell her kick rocks. And it repeats like,
Oh, Lord.
I know, listen, okay.
Where Big Mama? Where Big Mama?
Wait a second.
No, it's really
Lord,
important.
you finna put you a virgin though.
I am a virgin, yes.
You finna put all your meat in her box.
After I'm
Then after you done, you gonna tell her to kick rocks?
Yes. Yes.
Naim, who told you, boy?
You right there.
Naim, who?
I know. Listen,
Okay,
I'm not.
so tell me, what did your mama say, man?
When I first showed it to her, she was like, that was her face. She was like, and I could understand because she's a woman, and she's like, that's not my son. You know, like, you're a virgin. What are you talking about? And I get it. I just really, what I really wanted to do was.
Look at Nu. Nu looking at you like, what the?
What I really wanted to do was just capture the audience, like get people's attention. That was the main goal. It wasn't really to be like, this is me, this is what. It's not. It's really not. Obviously, you hear the tone of my voice. I sound like a virgin, but it's okay.
Wow.
Wait.
No.
You sound like a virgin.
I sound like a virgin.
You sound like Jeff Campbell.
Well, yeah, your nuts might drop a little bit afterwards, you know.
Yeah.
After you do what you need to do, you may be different. Hey, girl, shut up. It might be something different. I don't know.
Might be, but yeah, that song was my first song to be on all platforms, and yeah, I'm not proud of it, but
Okay, listen. This is what I think about you, and we were talking about it today. First off, you should do a TikTok. Nu was telling you to do a TikTok.
yeah,
If you do a TikTok, that's gonna go viral because it's that stupid.
right,
It's that
right.
funny, right?
Right.
And he got a little goofy ass picture of himself. What is that? A 3rd grade picture or something?
Yeah, that's 3rd grade.
He's
That's
3rd grade. He look goofy as hell.
grade.
But I've always said that Naim is a natural comic. And he don't want to be a comedian. I told him, astrologically speaking, some of the greatest comedians are fire signs, and on top of that, they're Sages. You both Sages. And you got the natural funny shit. Mm-hmm. You got that clip?
Which one?
The one I emailed you.
Oh God.
Girl, pull the, in the name of Jesus, pull the clip while I finish talking to my son. I really believe my son Naim could be a comedian. And I don't think he's interested in being a comedian. What happened? Who jaded you?
Who jaded me? No,
Somebody jaded you.
No, that's not it. It
What
was
happened?
just, well, one, I turned to music after I did skits because, I've always been into music. I've been a music head since Michael Jackson, since I was introduced to Michael Jackson. And
you did a whole Michael Jackson skit.
I did a whole Michael
where you
Jackson
were singing
skit.
to a watermelon.
Yes, I did that.
He was doing baby. Listen,
That was
he was
intense.
doing this shit before TikTok.
I was.
He dressed up in a tuxedo and was leaning and looking at the goddamn watermelon. He sang "Baby Be Mine" to the goddamn water. You've been doing this for a while, and the shit was funny.
It's alright.
Okay, what about the Rick James?
Okay, I'm somewhat proud of the Rick James because you know what, my mom helped me with that. She did the idea. You know the idea when I closed the door. She did that. She said, yeah.
Right.
It was funny. So yeah, I like that one. If I were to redo it, I'd redo it better, 100%. Because I see the mistakes I did, so I would redo that.
You killed Rick James, and I can't find it. Sarah, did you get it?
I don't know.
I got it.
Oh shit! Look at this video. He does a video. Oh, can I set it up before you play it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, well, you got the Zolo mansions up.
I'm sorry.
All right. So before we play this video, my son Naim does a video.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yes, he does a video in appreciation to Damon Wayans and In Living Color.
Yeah.
This is what it is, right?
Right.
All right, check him out.
Paper cut. Oh!
No need to feel. Disabled boy is here. Oh, thank you. What is the problem?
Nigga, all I got was a paper cut. I'm fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
no problem. Massage. You need a massage or anything? Well, it's been another day's work. Up and away.
Oh shit! Come on, man. You got a natural gift. I wish I could play the goddamn Rick James because it's even funnier than that shit. You got a natural talent, man. And
Thank you.
And first off, I brought you around these guys when you were a baby, and New has been raised with these guys. Marcus King. Marcus King used to be Jamie Foxx's manager. I know a lot of people in the comedy game. They could really help you explore this gift. Like, you funny, dog. You stupid. You really should do that shit, man. So that's something to think about. That was before TikTok. You put that bitch on TikTok right now.
I could, yeah. I actually could.
Yeah? And you put meat on
Put meat on TikTok. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you also do camera work and take photography and all of that kind of stuff. So he's a very talented young man, and I'm really proud of him, and I want to push for him to do well. Let me just say this. Y'all see his Cashapp. Hook my little boy up with a little something for that little comedy piece, man. Y'all send him whatever you can, twos and fews. Share it with the young man. We really appreciate it. And then let me hook up my oldest son, young new, the young lion. That was the Black Panther. What do I call you? Is it the Black Panther or the Young Panther? It's the Young Panther.
Is it the Young Panther?
It's the Young Panther. Sarah, I'm sending you something else.
All right.
Please pull this up. This is for new. All right? I'm going to send it to contacts. See, all this shit should have been done beforehand, but we're not professional today because my son's up here. And I'm so fucking proud of him. Do you have that one video up?
Which one you need?
I sent you 3 of them.
There's 3 of them.
Just pick one. I want you guys to check out my son, my oldest son, the young lion, aka New Williams. Check him out.
ridiculous. Damn. Ah, that was it.
Yeah. My oldest boy. Man, you make me proud, little niggas. You little niggas make me proud, boy. So, I hear everybody in the chat room. Everybody's like, yo, NBA bound, you know. And we thought so. We thought so, and we still think so. But COVID has put such a monkey wrench into everything. And really, it's kind of exemplary of what has been going on since you started this basketball journey. Like, it's always been some fuck shit. You've always had to prove yourself. Like, I sent you some shit on Tom Brady. It was a documentary on Tom Brady. And Tom Brady was picked 198th in the 6th round. And then they did a special on all of the fucking quarterbacks that were chosen before him. And none of them motherfuckers ain't shit today. And I was watching it and I felt, that's why I was like, man, I gotta send this to New. Because I felt like this is something you need to see, right? Gifted athlete, NBA level athlete. And when I say NBA level, I'm talking LeBron athleticism, you know, Russell Westbrook athleticism. I'm talking high level elite athleticism, right? Talk to me about your journey. Let's start in high school. You know, how was your high school? And I mean, you're a 4-year senior. I mean, it's 4-year varsity guy. But talk to me about that, and then walk us through some of the things, trials and tribulations you've been through. You guys speak to the mic.
Yeah. Well, I've always gone the harder road. So when I first went to high school, I had a choice. They said, you can go on JV, average 40, get all the touches, you know, and then come to varsity your sophomore year, or you can play on varsity, learn the system. You might not get as many minutes, but you'll be integrated into what we already have built up here because, you know, the JV has a different coach. They run something completely different than what we run up here. So if you were up here, you will have a head start. So, you know, just logically speaking, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go for the head start. You know, I'll play varsity and, you know, sit behind some of the guys that they already have there and guard their best player and get better that way. So that's the route that I end up taking. And I didn't play that much my freshman year, as expected. And then my sophomore year, I started to play a lot more. Early in the season, though, I took a charge, broke my wrist.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah. So when I broke my wrist, it was, I think it's called I broke my scaphoid, which is like this small little bone in the middle of the wrist, and it doesn't get any blood circulation. So typically it takes about a year to recover from. Don't know how. They said I was gonna have to get screws and all type of stuff, but I ended up coming back in 6 weeks. So when I came back, my first game back, did pretty well that game. Everybody was excited that I was back, and I played well. And then we had our CIF and championship run. That was the year that we went to the state championship, and you know, I played really well and was a key piece in us winning those championships in my sophomore year. And that's when people started to talk about me a little bit more. Then I ended up playing AAU. First team that I played AAU with, similar situation to my high school situation. It was a team where they were like, well, you know, you're gonna come here, you're gonna learn, you know, you're gonna work on whatever, and you're gonna play behind this guy. Essentially, that's what it was. And I did that for a little bit, but then a better opportunity on a better team came, and I ended up playing on their top level team, which was the 17 elite team, which was all the guys that were seniors.
And you were a 10th grader at this time.
I was in the 10th grade. And
yeah.
All these guys are seniors and, you know, about to go to college after this AAU season. So I was like, yeah, that's going to be a better opportunity for me to go there. Their best player ended up getting hurt, ended up twisting his ankle. So I was the next guy up. And I capitalized on that opportunity. I was averaging like 35 a game in AAU.
I remember that. Got like 12 offers in like a weekend. It was crazy.
Yeah. And I became known as the guy to knock off the best player. So
defender, yeah. They would put you on. I remember that game with you against Jordan McLaughlin. That was a hyped game too. Yeah. Because Jordan was Jordan. I mean, you know, he later went to USC, and now he's with
Minnesota.
The Timberwolves, right? And you were a sophomore, and he was a senior, and he was on his way out. But man, you remember his coach was talking shit.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Right back to
the
him.
Murray brother.
Yeah.
Not Tracy. Cameron Murray. Because I think you started that game off, you was missing shots.
Yeah.
And he was talking shit to you.
Don't do that.
And you started talking shit to him. Now, you were a fucking 15-year-old.
And then I
you
had
talking
20.
shit to him. But what's funny is, while you talking shit to him, there's a Los Angeles Times writer right there who reported, New Williams is talking crazy to, you know, Cameron Murray, right? And what I saw was you took it personally on defense and you locked his ass up. Mm-hmm. And what really turned it around is when you stole the ball from him, you took off down the court and tomahawked and then slapped the backboard and they got a technical. But that was the beginning of your ascension, I believe. That's when people say, oh, wait a minute. Santa Monica High got somebody that's about to be crazy. Yep. Right? This about to be crazy. And I remember after that AAU was over, Cause you locked down a few people during that AAU.
Yeah, Rashad Vaughn, Mello Trimble,
You-
Malik Monk.
You was a 10th grader
I
too.
mean, not Malik Monk. What's his name? Played with Emmanuel Mudiay.
I don't remember, but you locked down a few key names, and I can remember when it was over, and we were coming back. I think Coach Heck was telling you to get ready, but then he was a little different junior year.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your junior year and what trouble you had to go through.
It started off with, my high school coach was kind of almost jealous in a way. It was like he felt like he didn't have a hand in my success, so he felt like I was gonna come back to school big-headed. So we started, bumping heads really early because of that. But when we finally got through it, the first game of the season, we played Palisades.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Palisades. First 5 minutes of the game, they're going down the court. Guy pulls up for three. I go to block his shot, and then I land and, tweak my knee. It hurt a little bit, but I just, I shrugged it off and was like, okay, like I'm good. Came back, ended up having 22-8 that game. We ended up winning the game.
Leading scorer.
Yeah. Then the next day, when I woke up, my knee was the size of 2 softballs, and I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on. We talked to the trainer, and the trainer does all the tests. He checks my ACL, my MCL, does all those little tests, and he says, "Oh well, your knee feels strong. Let's just go out onto the court and run a little bit and just see how it feels." And so I did that, and then I didn't practice that day. The next day, he was like, "Okay, like you can play if you want." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play. Why wouldn't I play?"
Asshole.
So that game, I had 26 that game. I had like 26-8, and then I played the next game after that, and I had 18-10. And they were double teaming me for some reason, and I was hobbled. I couldn't even run, and I'm like, I don't know why y'all are double teaming me. And then my counterpart, Jonah Matthews, ended up having 41 that game since they wanted to double team an injured player.
Well, you didn't really know you was injured.
But that game I was limping and hobbling.
Yeah.
I was only shooting threes. I wasn't playing any defense at all. No defense. So yeah, that was crazy. But after that, we went and got an MRI. The MRI, they said, "Oh, looks good." My knee. When I got the MRI, the swelling had went down. So yeah, they said it looks good. They said, take off for a couple weeks and you should be good. And I came back, and when I came back, I was averaging 25, 26 a game in my first 3 games back. Then we played a game, the Take Flight Challenge, and I had 7 minutes in the first 40. I had 7 points in the first 40 seconds of the game.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna go for 30, and that was the Jordan game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna go for 30.
And then I just collapsed, and I tried to come back in every quarter.
Well, that's when I got involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when you.
Cause your coach was gonna put you back in.
Yeah, I told him to.
And I walked out of the goddamn stands and was like, hell no. Sit down. Sit the fuck down. Hey, he said it's okay. He said he could... You go sit your ass down. I had to get involved. Because I knew you weren't right. You weren't right. So tell them about when you finally found out.
Yeah, we took the same MRI that I already got to a different doctor. And she goes, yeah, your ACL is not here.
She said it's gone.
There's nothing there.
Your ACL is gone?
So I'm looking at her like, yeah, she has no idea what she's talking about. Come on, this is the same MRI that the last doctor saw. No.
No, they said it was gone.
So I took it back to my trainer, same MRI. He had already seen it. I said, hey, this doctor's talking about my ACL is gone. She's talking about it's not here. Like, what is she talking about? And then he goes, oh, yeah, it's not there.
What? This is the same one.
And that was basically 3 months after it happened. So, you know, I lost those 3 months. If we would have found out right when it happened, then I would have been able to play that senior year of AAU and all that stuff. But since we didn't, you know, I had spent that summer trying to come back in 4 months. And I was back in 3, but, you know, hey.
So, what's the beautiful thing was, he had a great doctor, UCLA doctor, did his surgery. Then we had to find someone to do the rehab for him. Now, what's so beautiful about the city of Inglewood and black folk, the reason why I'm doing this show is because oftentimes the image of black fatherhood, it isn't a good one. The media doesn't show the good side of black fatherhood. Now, I'm not the poster boy for great fathers. I've acted out in front of these two young men on numerous occasions. And in those times, these two young men, along with my daughter, you know, showed me by the way they responded to me that I was wrong. And in a way, they were my teachers, and I had to fucking grow up so that I could benefit them. Because I understood that if I stayed fucked up and weak and stupid and selfish and angry, that it would poison them, right? So these guys, I owe a lot to these two young men, because I remember when I got into that argument with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we didn't see each other for a couple of years.
Right.
I got into that argument with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And what I loved about you was, this is what I love about him. He's raised by his mama. He loves his mama. He defends his mama. He stands up for his mama. Right? And what I loved about what he did, he called his brother.
I did.
Yo, what's up with Dad?
I remember that.
Then his brother called me. Yo, Dad, you good? What's wrong with you? Listen, man, if you're going to be an adult father, you got to know when you're being a child around your children. Did you hear that? If you want to become an adult father, meaning a useful father, a father that children can depend on, a father that children can learn from, you got to know when you're being a child around your children. And these guys help me see that. Just being in their presence and watching them watch me. Do you understand? That was beneficial for my maturation as a man. New comes back in 6 months. Doing fuck shit. See, New's reckless. New is reckless. This motherfucker had, in 4 months, he was doing 42-inch vertical box jumps. People's asking, what's New's vertical? What's your vertical?
Right now?
Yeah.
51.
51. Okay.
Okay.
So he was doing, in 4 months, the nigga was doing 42-inch vertical box jumps. And I'm like, slow down, my nigga. Just relax. It's 4 months after surgery. Jesus. So, the beautiful thing is, Inglewood stood up for New before we got rehab. The city of Inglewood, we got to give props to where props is due. the coach over there. New goes to rival Santa Monica. This is how that white boy coach act. If somebody show him up, then he show up. So the city of Inglewood was like, oh, hell no. Yeah, he go to Santa Monica High, but he Inglewood. So what we gonna do, Inglewood High was about to do some illegal shit for this man. They said, what we gonna do is we gonna put New Williams on our high school basketball roster and then send him to the Inglewood rehab specialist. Coach Heck found out about that and said, oh, hell no. They're not going to do that with one of my players. And how it worked out beautifully, man. One of your teammates had a sister that worked for the best ACL rehab specialist in the world. And when I say in the world, you met Giannis in that motherfucker. Jason no, he was, because Giannis went to Kentucky, right?
No, it was Jabari Parker.
Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
Jason Terry. Mm-hmm. They had pros in that bitch getting trained. Basically, his teammate went to his sister and said, I got a teammate, just had ACL surgery or is scheduled to have ACL surgery. He needs a rehab specialist. And the man, Chris Powers, who is a biomechanics professor at USC, he said, look, I'm going to take him for free. Now this man is what, $600 an hour? He said, I'll rehab him for free. We're going to get him right. And he rehabbed you for what, 9 months or 6 months?
I just haven't stopped going.
Well, you've been going for 6 years now. So the man rehabbed him for free. I was floored by it. And what was the first thing the motherfucker said to you on day one? Because you had surgery, and then the next day was rehab. What did he say? The first thing he said, what's your vertical?
Yeah, I don't.
That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Then you told him, and then he said, okay, we're going to add 7 inches.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The journey has been long and arduous. He gets to high school, weird ass senior year. I had to be involved senior year. I mean, I was involved every year, but I had to really be involved senior year because once the white man heard he's cleared, he gonna run your ass in the ground because he want to go back to state. I said, nah, nigga. He only gonna play 10, 15 minutes a game. He was mad about that. He was salty. And he mistreated you. I remember your teammate's mama chewing him out because he let that other little white boy come off the bench last. He was a freshman. You the only guy on that team that was a D1 player that had D1 offers, and you were their senior. He let some white dude come off the bench last. You know you let your senior come off the bench last. But that teammate of yours, his mama cussed him out for that. It was a tough road. Then you go to Auburn. We knew before you went to Auburn that you were going to have another surgery. Because what the fuck was growing on your reconstructed knee?
Cyclops lesion, which is just like a giant ball of scar tissue.
A cyclops lesion. Tell them about when we went to the shaman and that motherfucker healed that leg. You see, let me tell you something about spirituality and your kids. These motherfuckers don't believe shit until they get the result they want. He's skeptical to the motherfucker. It was a weird ass, I admit it was weird. But this nigga scared. And not really scared, but like, Dad, this is some stupid shit, or this is crazy. Let me tell you, man. I had a shaman on the phone with New, an energy healer. Now, I felt it was weird too, because I gave you the phone and walked out. And then she said, oh, no, you in here too, because his energy is connected to yours. So you gotta, I said, damn, I don't want to be in here. This shit weird as hell. And I can remember, I got pictures of it. I would have posted the pictures so y'all could see I'm not on some bullshit. But I still got the pictures. Your knee was as big as a goddamn pineapple. It was big as fuck. And your doctor was like, we got to go back in and look around. And we was like, no. We'll go to Auburn and let them do that. So I called the shaman lady. The shaman lady came to me through Veronica Conway. You guys remember Veronica, who used to be on my show? Veronica Conway hooked me up with this lady. And this lady got on the phone and said some of the weirdest shit. Me and New was looking at each other like, what the fuck? She was like, I want you to imagine a giant plate. And I want you to put all the slop and ugliness and pain and doubt and just lump it onto this plate. And we're going to attach balloons to the plate. And the balloons are going to carry the plate away from you. Me and New is looking like, she's like, don't worry, I'm with you. I'm with you. Don't worry, I'm doing this with you. Mm-hmm. Then she was like, love on your right knee. Tell your right knee you love it. It's upset it has to compensate for your left knee. Tell your left knee you forgive it. We was in there like, what the fuck is happening? And when you got a fucking kid, he's a kid. He's just like, all right, shit, fuck it, Dad. I'll do whatever, but goddamn, I don't know. But all I can remember is the next day, this nigga yelled out, Dad! I said, nigga, what's going on? He said, that shit must have worked. As the swelling was absolutely all the way the fuck down. It was gone. Then when he went to go visit his doctor, what did your doctor say when you walked in that bitch?
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
He said, can you bottle whatever? He said, have you been playing? Because you know how the doctors do. These motherfuckers will send several different people in first before you see the doctor. So a couple of nurses came in and was like, have you been playing? He was like, yeah, I played yesterday. Well, how are you getting the swelling down? He didn't want to say, my dad hooked me up with a witch doctor, a voodoo priestess. He didn't want to say that. Not that that's what she was. She's an energy healer. Then his doctor walked in and kicked the door open and stood outside and just leaned and was like, let me see your knee. And everybody in there was fucked up. They was like, wow, well, whatever the fuck you doing, please bottle that shit and send it back to us because we got a lot of other kids in here with their knee fucked up. So you go to Auburn, you get surgery at Auburn. It looks like you're going to be the nigga at Auburn. Early on, it looked like you about to be the nigga. And what the fuck was I doing? I was flying my ass down to Auburn, nigga. I was down there at that bitch. So this nigga about to be the nigga down here in the SEC. This nigga about to be there. Because you played in one game and you look like a motherfucking monster. Came off the bench, had 16 points, hit 4 threes. Motherfuckers is writing articles, the steal of the draft. Because remember down in the SEC 2015, they had projections. The projection was Player of the Year, Ben Simmons. They said most athletic recruit, New Williams. And you look like you were about to take over. Tell the people what happened. What the fuck did you do?
So, Bruce Pearl brought a guy in, 5th year senior, named Tyler Harris. He's Tobias Harris's little brother.
Tobias Harris of the Philadelphia Sixers.
Yep, he's on the 76ers right now. So, Tobias Harris played for Bruce at Tennessee. And he was at the time the only NBA player that Bruce has ever had. So that was his favorite player. So of course his brother was going to be his favorite guy on this team. That was his guy. But Tyler, me and him didn't mesh well. He's from Long Island, spoiled dude. You know, I'm from Inglewood, a little gritty. And just me in the southern environment was a little bit different because, you know, down there, a lot of guys is just, you know, oh, yes, sir, no, sir. You know, real timid, real quiet. And me, who's you? That's just how I was. So I'm in the locker room after practice. Nobody likes him. Nobody liked him. Just everybody was like, oh, this dude. So I'm cracking jokes. We making fun of everybody in the weight room. I mean, in the locker room. And I started roasting him or whatever. And then, you know, he took it personal. So then he walks over to me. I'm sitting in the locker, relaxed, laid back. And he's like, what you gonna do if I just punch you right now? I said, well, then I'm gonna beat your ass. Simple as that. And then my teammate, Horace Spencer, he gets up and he says, I'm going to whoop your ass too.
Horace is he's in pro now too.
Yeah, in Turkey. And then another one of my teammates stood up. His name is TJ Lang. He said, yeah, me too.
We all finna do this.
So if you want to do that. So I stood up like, what you want to do? So then he tries to grab me. Anybody that can fight knows. Like, I mean, you have me in a vulnerable position. I'm right in front of a locker.
He what, 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah, he was 6'9", 235. I'm 6'1". You know, I was about 168 at the time or something like that. So, I mean, he really had the advantage. But then he grabbed me, and so he blew it. You know, all advantages out the window. So I just knock his hands down. Boom, boom. Falls to the ground. But then he pulls me down with him as he's falling. And he falls on my knee.
Fuck!
And I hyperextend it. And see, when that happens, then Horace comes over and gives him a long one. And our weight trainer was in the locker room watching the whole thing, and he was good with it until Horace came in, and he was like, okay, no, we ain't gonna do that. So then he gets up and he's walking out. He's like, all right, come on, let's go. So everybody looking like, what is he talking? No, you leaving. What? And so then I was limping after that. When he pulled me down, I hyperextended the knee. I just had surgery. And this was 2 days before our first official game versus UAB.
So, long story short, the nigga was never right at Auburn since then. These motherfuckers created a goddamn brace for his knee. Sound good, don't it? Motherfucking carbon fiber. Specially made. They sent out for the shit. They told me it was at least $1,500 brace. Why the fuck is it sized for the wrong knee? Now this man is telling the trainers this shit don't fit right. No, you gotta wear that brace though. You gotta keep that brace on. The brace prevented him from playing well because it restricted his ability to move and be explosive. So he was clunky in that motherfucker. It took them a month to figure out that the shit was sized for the wrong leg. Oh, our bad. Give us that back. So the motherfucker went through a lot. I went down there and told Bruce Pearl, hey man, we about to transfer. What did Bruce Pearl do after I told him we about to transfer? We had a whole conversation with Bruce Pearl. We leaving. He don't have an opportunity to play here. We leaving. We go down to the goddamn gym, the training facility where y'all practicing in the gym. You come back to me and say, hey, Stephen Pearl, Bruce Pearl's son, just came up to me and told me to get ready because you going to play tomorrow. Because what's the guy name?
Yeah, T.J. Dunnins. They was talking
T.J.
about
Dunnins is acting up. He ain't going to play. Wait a minute. We just told this nigga we transferring. And he wouldn't give you a medical transfer.
The red shirt, yeah.
So when I tell you my son has been through some shit, he has. We ain't even gonna get to the motherfucking Fresno State fuck shit. Oh, because there's fuck shit there too. But the whole purpose of me bringing my boys on today, daddies, with your sons and your daughters, you gotta be consistent. Fathers, you gotta be consistent. Kids, there's always gonna be ups and motherfucking downs, man. There's always gonna be trials and motherfucking tribulations. I showed y'all the video clip where this man becomes the 4th person in Mountain West history to hit 10 3-pointers in a goddamn game with 9 minutes left in the motherfucking game, and the coach tell him, we're going to start going into the freshmen now. See, he is not the guy you recruited, but the freshman is. Okay, so you don't want him to break the record? Why he got to stay tied with the record? All you got to do is get him the ball one more time. It's 9 minutes left. Let the nigga break the record and be the Mountain West all-time leader for threes made in a game. No, we're going to change course now because I want to pad his stats too. Now, the year before, y'all had a player, Braxton Huggins, who everybody on that motherfucking team already knew, we finna get him this record. Everybody passing him the rock. Everybody working to sacrifice their game to get him that. And did y'all get him that? Okay, cool. They didn't do the same shit the following year with you? Daddies, man. Now, when you was in high school, I jumped over to Bannister. After motherfucking Coach Heck, we changed his whole motherfucking perspective, didn't we? That motherfucker changed his whole coaching shit after they saw us. He was talking shit. I jumped over the balcony. Marcus King is right here. Cliff, Chuck. We got a whole group of people. This motherfucker decide not to play you. I jumped over the motherfucking balcony and landed right in front of that nigga. Marcus King cracking jokes. He said, well, I guess we know where the nigga got his hops from. I jumped over the balcony, landed down on the court, and went off on the nigga. And they was like, because you know how Santa Monica is, get the police in here now, because police be at y'all games, period. Mm-hmm. But we changed how he operated. We changed his outlook on you. We changed a lot of things about Coach Heck. And Coach Heck is still one of your advocates today. You call Coach Heck, say, man, let me get the gym. He let you in the gym. Hey, I need to get in the weight room. He let you in the weight room. But we had to show him, like, no, this is not how you treat people. You don't get to have favorites when you got another kid over here blowing up beyond your favorites. You don't get to do that. Daddies have to be consistent. Daddies got to be on deck. And not just in the sense of protection, but also in the sense of reflection. How many times have I gotten into a fight with you on the basketball court? And had to pull everybody together and say, all right, we all apologize. I apologize for my fuck shit. Son, did I handle this right? You be like, nah, nigga, he's just, you be tripping, Dad. You got to do it another way. Man, when I see these young guys and I see what their future could be, if there was no COVID, you'd be in the league right now.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, 100%. COVID shut everything down. Who represents you now?
Aaron Goodwin.
The good ones. Sports. Goodwin Sports, right? Who do they represent?
Everybody. Damian Lillard, Jamal Crawford, DeMar DeRozan, Darrell Wright, Matisse Thybulle, everybody.
So you got great representation. And you're going to get an opportunity at some point. So what has the process been? You just got to stay in shape.
Yeah, just training, staying sharp, staying ready, playing, little pickup games with pros, as many times as I can. But yeah, just doing what I already been doing. Just the work. Now that it's just a longer off season. It's just work until that opportunity comes in, because you got to be ready.
Now tell me the fuck shit you did that got the girl pregnant. Tell me how you told, because the motherfucker tell everybody else, he don't tell me. I'm told last.
Told last what? What?
That you got the girl pregnant.
You were told first.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Your mama told me.
No, I called you. And
What
we
happened?
decided not to tell her.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Oh, Lord. Help me remember. What happened?
That was a real abrupt change of course, Hey.
That shit was crazy. I was like, what, nigga? And what did I advise? Do you remember? Tell the truth. You can tell. You can help me. What did I say?
I don't know. What did you say?
I was like, we got to get an abortion. We got.
Did you say that?
I went right to abortion. Hey, man.
No, I think that's.
We got money on the table now. We got San Antonio. We got. We got Albuquerque. We got Houston. We got shit to do now. This motherfucker was like, hey, man, it's too late. It's too late?
No. That's not how.
Okay, well, help me remember.
I told you when we planned on doing that.
Sarah, I'm going to send you a picture.
Okay.
I told you when we planned on, finding a place to go and do that. But then, because I told you about the situation, when we went into the Planned Parenthood, they said that she was 14 weeks and 7 days pregnant.
Well, damn.
And I had to check my calendar because I said, oh, that doesn't even sound right.
She's about to have a baby next week.
I'm like, she missed 1 month worth of periods. I'm confused.
Well, I was confused too.
Yeah, so they told us, hey,
Naim, get a condom. And you my boy, so I know you're going to need a Magnum.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
That's funny.
You understand? Yeah. Look into the Magnums. Just buy them every now and again, because at some point, you're going to be tearing these motherfuckers down, boy. Okay, let me, go ahead, New.
But yeah, the spot told us, hey, like at least 6 people every single day cancel their appointments. So don't even worry about it. We'll call you in tomorrow. But when we call you in tomorrow, you got to come right away. So we're like, all right, yeah. So we wait all day the next day, and we don't get a call. So I'm like, Okay. So then we spent that whole day calling clinics all the way up and down California. And they all said the same thing. Oh, well, Donald Trump just passed a law in January that changed the cutoff date from 20 weeks to 15 weeks. So you're 1 day too late. And now the only other option is for you to get a cesarean, which her doctor, she's with Kaiser, didn't cover, and that was going to cost me $10,000. So I'm having a baby.
Me. $10,000.
I don't. We didn't have that. We had the baby. That's what happened out of that.
And now, in retrospect, in hindsight, I'm like, man, I know you be looking at your little muffin like, nigga, you couldn't have done, like, when you see her now, look, shit, we can't do nothing. That's hot. We would have fucked off. We could. That might be the Black Messiah. Tell her mama to stop combing out her baby hair, though. She got natural baby hair. She ain't got to form it. We got her now. And when I tell you she different, she's special. She's amazing. You know what I'm saying? You're in awe of how the universe is taking you through all these different motherfucking pathways. You got a plan, but your plan has to always and constantly be readjusted because the universe is making higher decisions than you're capable of making. So you'll make a decision and the universe will be like, no, let's adjust it a little bit because we on this path. And, sometimes it's frustrating, right? Sometimes it's just like, fuck. Sometimes you feel like you're stuck, right? You feel like, man, when is this shit gonna happen? When is this shit gonna develop? And, sometimes you just gotta be okay with just sitting through it. And we've been sitting through it and we've been working. I remember that time we had to kidnap this nigga.
What?
Yeah, we kidnapped you.
Do you remember that? Kidnapping me?
Yeah. Remember when we went up to his game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't his game. It wasn't his game. It was Magic Mountain.
Right. Yes.
And we sent that nigga to the door. Say, hey, nigga, you want to go to Magic Mountain? You was like, yeah. And then when you came outside, nigga, I hadn't seen you in years. We was all there. Like, what's happening? Get your ass in the car. Let's go on to Magic Mountain, my nigga.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pull shit to see your baby. Boo. Universe, man. Whether you ready for it or not, all you can do is try to stay ready. You guys have added so much to my life. Y'all know where I came from, the goddamn projects, foster care, a mother who was, sick, for the majority of her life. Anything I got, anything that I figured out, I pretty much had to figure out on my own. And to be able to look at y'all and say, oh shit, I contributed something meaningful, is letting me know that A, you guys served as a type of teacher for me, and B, you guys helped me to be able to go inside and say, hey man, you gotta adjust this shit, you gotta shift this shit, you gotta change this shit. And I still got a whole lot of work to do. But to sit here and look at y'all, man, I'm motherfucking pleased than a motherfucker. What'd you get your degree in, my nigga?
Philosophy.
And I'm a philosopher. I'm a natural philosopher. This nigga an educated philosopher. I be arguing with him. So he be arguing with me. I be like, nigga, shut up. I'm the one who put you on this path. But I just love what's happening. You graduated from high school.
Yeah. Graduated from high school.
My nigga, give me some. This motherfucker got on diamonds. Boy, what? Okay. Should have had them hoes, my nigga.
That's funny.
Get them condoms. We got to get. We want to set up. Where's Naim's Cashapp? Everybody send Naim a couple of dollars for his condom. You need a condom fund.
That's funny. Okay.
You know how many grown ass women have been hollering at me about Naim? I said that's a baby, y'all. Y'all better back up off this child. You too. I remember that girl. Remember that girl at Auburn?
I'm grown.
And New's inappropriate. As soon as New gets to Auburn, I go to visit him down at Auburn. I'm on the nigga couch. Like old man, I got 36 blankets, pillows and shit, watching TV. And this motherfucker, this is when I knew, like, this nigga, you know, Sagittarius don't have no goddamn tact. They don't have no couth. It just be, they just say what the fuck ever. I said, okay, this nigga really think he grown. This motherfucker come to me and say, hey, you remember that girl that was down at the wellness kitchen? I said, what girl? Nigga, I ain't paying attention to no girls here at your school. What are you talking about? He said, you down for a situation? I said, a situation? What are you talking about? The girl want to know if you down for a situation. I said, man, you better tell your little college students friends to go on the fuck out of here. I got enough problems with you. Damn, these motherfucking kids, man. They'll teach you if you pay attention. Listen, I just wanted to come and share some behind the scenes insight that I've learned, that I've shared with my boys. What is the most profound or meaningful thing I've ever told you now? What advice that I've given you or something that was meaningful, man?
The one thing that was meaningful, and that really stick to me is when you told me how the world doesn't give, you know, they don't the world doesn't care about who Naim Muhammad is, and that makes sense. So give them something to care about. So that's what I'm trying to do in life right now.
My nigga. I love you, boy.
Love you too,
You a beautiful little man, you know that?
Thank you.
Pick up my slack, nigga. New.
Well,
first off, let me just talk for you, nigga. Because this nigga knew. So, his junior year at Fresno State, these motherfuckers put out an article about him and how philosophy has raised his game. So, you know, I'm excited because I'm like, hey, they finally giving my niggas some credit, some burn. Well, it was senior year. No, it wasn't junior year, it was senior year. Because junior year, you helped them niggas they went 23-9. Mm-hmm. And you were integral to the motherfuckers having success. Mm-hmm. Anyway, senior year, they do this article. And the article's talking about philosophy. I read the motherfucking article. This nigga saying everything I done said over the years, and he giving credit to philosophers and authors and Thomas Hamlin and my favorite book and Dynamic Thought. I said, wait, nigga, I gave you the book. He didn't mention me once. I said, hold on, pimp. So New is clever. New take all my shit. So let's see if New can remember some profound advice that I have given him over the years. Let's hear it.
You say something to me every day.
I say something to you every day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, nigga, I'm alive. Fuck. I'm confused.
Let's see. One thing you've been saying this every single day since I was 5 years old. You always say your focus determines your reality. That's one of your things that you like to say over and over again.
Yeah. It's true. But you don't like to believe spiritual shit until it be happening. Motherfucker called me one day and said, hey, get everybody together and pray to the ancestors because I want to hit another 10 3-pointers tonight. What? Get your god sisters together, get the Baba Lao, get everybody. I said, that's not how this works, my nigga. Well, tonight I want to hit 10 threes. So get everybody together and let's pray. What? See, New's very linear with his shit. Like, this, you do this, and then this gonna happen. Hey, man, it's just been a process, man, just enjoying and watching and just being a part of it. Like I said, man, you guys have made my life meaningful. To be honest, man, to be able to hear you guys quote some of the things that I've said, that means something. That means you've been paying attention. That means you've been applying it. Man, it just means a lot, man. And I wanted to send out a message just to the world, man. This is what it looked like. It ain't perfect, right? It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But you're looking at a process. When you look at Naim, when you look at New, you're looking at a process, and we're still in this process. And I'm trying to grow them up, and they're trying to help me be better by reflecting shit back to me that I need to focus on. And I'm tired of the sensationalism that we all get caught up in. Everybody ain't gonna be Michael B. Jordan and Steve Harvey's daughter, Lori Harvey. We idealize them like they perfect, like we idealize Beyonce and Jay-Z like they were perfect, like we idealize Sierra and Russell Wilson like they're perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Everybody is a process. Everybody you meet, every family you meet is a fucking process. And man, for me, doing this relationship work, a lot of the wisdom that I've gained has been observing my interactions with them. And it's not over. It's not over. So everybody who came in here to watch this show, I appreciate y'all. But we got to do better. We got to do better. You want an example of a process that's getting healthier and healthier? Here it is. Take my example. You guys want to see a process of a father who cares about what the fuck is happening in his kid's life, who wants to contribute to his kid's life with knowledge, with support, with resources, with whatever. Here's an example. This is how you heal the home. But in order to make the home whole, you got to heal the self. So I wanted to bring my seeds on just to give you guys a glimpse. It's two niggas. Hold on. It's two motherfuckers in here that gave us a thumbs down for this show.
Probably because my spirit hat right here.
No, fuck that! I don't want 2 thumbs down. Now you ain't seen a profound father on TV since James Evans. And you gonna give me a thumbs down, hoe ass nigga? I gotta turn the stink meter on the nigga. That's some fuck shit right there. Boy, I tell you. And that's the shit we gotta get over, ladies and gentlemen. The self-hatred of our motherfucking community, man. We have got to back off that shit. You ain't gonna do it to the white man. Hoe ass niggas. You ain't no hoe ass nigga, is you?
No, sir.
Of course not. Well, you? Hey, that motherfucker. You want to look at me like, you know I ain't no goddamn hoe ass. I know. I don't raise hoe ass niggas. But for some reason, niggas think I'm a hoe ass niggas, kids. They think they can come fuck with me. Do you think that? Okay. Is niggas think that they can actually walk up on me and like talk some shit? Oh, God.
Not even this one.
All right, y'all. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate everybody for chiming in. Don't forget, Sarah, pull up the, did we play every video? Every clip I did? Okay. Pull up the Shrouded Lighthouse. I need everybody to get their pre-order copy right now of the Shrouded Lighthouse. You got to go to theshroudedlighthouse.com. No, I said that wrong earlier. Use the Chrome browser, right? The Chrome browser, right? Of all the browsers, this link works the best on Chrome. All right, so go there right now. Pre-order your copy right now. For the first 500 pre-orders, there will be an autographed copy. It will be autographed. After that, you guys are going to have to reach out to me and let me know. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Please continue to support all of the black-owned businesses we put in front of you. Thank you, everybody, for supporting this show. And I'm glad you guys got a chance to meet my lions, man. My young lions, man. I'm very proud of these guys, and their future is bright. Where can they follow you?
You can follow me at NewWilliams_ on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Also, if you got kids right now, while I'm training and you know, working out until I'm getting ready for this next season, if you have kids, then you know I'm training kids. So just reach out to me on social media if.
You mean you gonna train them to play like you? Huh?
There's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Okay, so tell me again. Where?
But yeah, you could just reach out to me on my social media at NewWilliams_. If you guys want to, you know, get your kids in with me. Yeah.
Awesome. That's dope. He's gonna be a trainer. I like that. Are you gonna train even when you go to the league, or?
Yeah. So my plan is just to, you know, bring on some guys that I trust that I know will run my program the way that I want to run it. So even when I go off, you know, it'll be continued.
And Naim, come on, meet. Tell us where we can get the meat at.
Well, you can follow me at Just Jasai. It's JUSJASAI. All one little thing on Instagram. I got music coming out February 28th called Rise Up this year. It's pretty good. I think it's cool. So y'all can check that out.
And you gonna work on the comedy too? Maybe.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
It's on you, man.
I'm gonna work on it.
You're a little Richard Pryor in the making. Niggas don't see it, but I do.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna probably fuse that with music. So.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you all. Maybe next week we should bring on Prima.
That'd be fun.
Prima ain't gonna come on. Prima be like, fuck all of y'all. I ain't coming on. Prima is not gonna have none of this shit. All right, you guys. I love you. Hey, wait. Your shirt, your clothing. People have been asking me about the New Williams gear. Who designed it? Where? When is it coming out? All of that.
So Kanye's designer is who designed.
Oh, the same guy who did Kanye shit? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You don't be okay, cool.
No.
That's something off there.
But this is not gonna be none of this stuff will be available for sale for a good minute. Probably not until 2022 sometime. So
2022.
Yeah.
So you're gonna wait until you in the league before you drop it?
Well, it's just really a precursor to my online gym and fitness business that'll be coming out this year.
The app and all the shit you're working with the trainers over at the Okay, that's something else. Maybe we talk about. You want to talk about that, or we talk about that later? You want to tell them?
That's top secret right
Oh,
now.
that's top secret. All right, cool. Hey, y'all, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for chiming in, man. I really hope this was of some kind of value to your life. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but this is what I got, and I wanted to share it with you. I thank you guys for tuning in. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, Zolo Mansion, ZoWhat Show, and we out. Deuces.